Yan, pupunta kami sa nandito sa Waterton. Sasakay kami sa cruise line. Yung pangako, sasakay sa cruise. Yan. Pipila na tayo doon. 9 ano na. Huwag na 9:50 na. Tara. Ano ka?
Good morning.
Good morning, two of you.
Yeah.
These are your return trip tickets.
Thank you.
Good morning, folks.
Hello. Excuse me, folks. I'm going to give you bags.
Sa taas tayo. Hmm?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You want the pack somewhere?
Dorian, where do we want the backpacks? Why don't we just put them?
Diyan sa may puso. Dito. Dito tayo sa gitna. Yan. Dalawa tayo. Yan. Kasi may usok yan. Yan na. Sasakay yung panggako. Huwag mong galaw.
Picture ka sa
morning to come for a cruise with us. Get better than this.
one here today, but still pretty cool here this morning, especially here on the upper deck. So it should be a pleasant trip down to the end of the lake. This is our 2-hour, 15-minute interpretive sightseeing cruise going all the way down to the extreme south end to Goat Haunt, Montana. Allow you folks to disembark for 30-minute stop down there. And we'll depart Goat Haunt at around 11:25 and return here to town for right around 12:15. So hopefully that sounds all right with everyone. If it doesn't, well, it's too late now. You're stuck with us. Couldn't think of a better place to be stuck though than beautiful Upper Waterton Lake. Such a lovely summer day. So welcome on board. I'd like to welcome everyone on board the historic MV International. This vessel was built in conjunction with the hotel up on the hill 98 years ago by the Great Northern Railroad, 1926-27. So you're on a piece of living history. International is the oldest wooden passenger vessel still in operation in Canada, as well as west of the Mississippi. She's licensed through the U.S. Coast Guard, and she's licensed to carry 165 adult passengers. Therefore, we have 168 adult life jackets on board. Life jackets are located for you folks here on the upper deck of the big white walrus. On the back of our vessel. Small children are infant life jackets located to the left of the helm. Downstairs, life jackets are located above your head facing into the compartments. So first aid supplies on. We have firefighting equipment, we have life rings and life slings located strategically throughout the vessel. And in the back of our upper deck, we're equipped with a large white barrel of a self-inflating Zodiac-like platform. So should the unthinkable happen, and we had to abandon ship today on our tour, we would deploy that big white barrel. It would self-inflate automatically, a giant floating platform capable of holding everyone on board. So we could all safely and calmly climb aboard. We'd hand out some paddles, and then we would continue on with the tour from there. Make sure you get your money's worth. All joking aside, should there be any emergencies occurring in the next 2 hours and 15 minutes, please follow my instructions, and your crew will take very good care of us. We have a crew of 3 on board today, a very experienced crew. We're all trained in first aid, firefighting training, as well as man-aboard procedures. Your captain up at the helm right now, the one who gave you the dockside announcements, that is Captain Dorian. Captain Dorian hails from Seattle, and he's been piloting vessels all across the west coast of North America, all the way up to Alaska. Very experienced captain. He's going to safely navigate us around the lake here today, keeping his eyes ahead on the busy road. I think he's got a few scenic stops planned for us as well. That is your Captain Dorian. Your first mate, his name is Nate. Nate is on deckhand duty, so he'll be circling around the vessel periodically, keeping an eye on everyone, making sure everyone stays safe, making sure no kids are leaning over the side of the boat, that sort of thing. If you have questions, concerns, feel free to pull Nate aside. He's been with our company now for about 4 seasons. He actually just graduated high school this past year. And as he prepares for his university studies, he's got a few weeks left with us here at the company. But he's a local from the area. His family has a cabin here in the park. Back the mountain on our right-hand side, Mount Bertha, named after his great-great-great-aunt, believe it or not. This is Bertha Eckert, named after descent of all 4 scenarios within Waterton. Fires certainly are a little bit distasteful to you and I. They affect our air quality, our assets, our lives. For the forest, for Mother Nature, they are important. They are necessary. It's all part of the cycle in this ecosystem. Think of it like getting a haircut every 300 or 400 years. The forest needs to burn. And from the nutrient-rich ash, a new forest shall emerge, stronger, healthier, more resilient than before. Of course, it will take time. Perhaps a lifetime. No animals. And that was the case for the first couple of years. But now, 8 years after the fire, the regrowth is quite astonishing. There's some lodgepole pine trees in some of those burn zones that are Polodium now. Saskatoon berry bush is already bearing fruit for the last number of years. And with that, food source returning, birds have returned, the insects have returned. the wildlife, the bears. So things are regenerating here. We will still take some time. There's still 3 active glaciers that feed this body of water. But the Carter, the Dix, and the Thunder are all coming in from the south end of the lake and Glacier National Park. These are the headwaters on the eastern frontal range of the Rockies. This water will flow east across Canada, running up to the South Saskatchewan, the Hudson Bay, and the Arctic Ocean, and the final resting place of all this water here. Another positive note after the events of the fire in 2017. We're now learning a lot more about our very rich native history. Parks Canada and their archaeologists, in collaboration with the Blackfoot Nation, have been scouring the backcountry for the past number of years. And they have identified and discovered hundreds of artifacts over the past number of years, ranging from spear points, hunting tools, small camp-like dwellings the Blackfoot would reside in when they hunted, gathered, and trapped within the valley. Ceremonial sites, vision quest sites, medicine circuits. Just had a word with your captain, Dorian, and he's informed me that we've run out of fuel. Of course, I'm just having some fun with you folks. We're slowing the boat down. We've arrived at the international border. Take a look here off our left-hand side, port side of the vessel. You'll see a cut line, a swath in the trees, extending all the way up the mountain. And that, my friends, is the international border between Canada and the United States of America.
Yung cut lines. Yan. So that's the border for Canada.
Coming into view now on our right-hand side. We get a close-up look at the border. 2 obelisk markers are coming into view. And when you line the 2 obelisks up exactly one in front of the other, that is when you have the surveyor's view of the 49th parallel, 49 degrees north latitude. So take it all in, get some pictures. I'll come around and check everyone's passport in the meantime. Of course, I'm just having some fun with you folks. You don't need your passports, I dare say. This will be the easiest border crossing we do anytime soon. No passports needed, no questions asked. Just like that. Slowly drift across the international border. And that is all thanks to this place being the world's first international peace park. Formed back in 1932, Rotarians from local districts of Alberta and Montana lobbied their respective federal governments. They lobbied them with the slogan, "Nature sees no boundaries, why should man?" After all, when a bear approaches the border, he doesn't identify as a Canadian bear and turn around, of course not. The wildlife don't recognize this man-made cut line, these human-made divisions and boundaries. They simply cross. This is all one ecosystem. Everything here is connected, and a border certainly should not divide that. Thanks to the foresight of these Rotarians, they were successful in 1932, and since that time, Glacier National Park to the south, Waterton Lakes National Park to the north, they work hand in hand with the main goals of preservation and conservation for future generations. So all the little kids on board today, they can come back one day with their kids, their grandkids, and enjoy this place. It has to be clearly marked and defined wherever it is visible. So you can essentially follow that all the way to the Strait of Fuca, Pacific Ocean, straight to Georgia, or you could head east to Lake of the Woods, Ontario, Minnesota region, clearly marked and defined wherever it is visible. Longest undefended border on planet Earth. We're just gonna exit out of Boundary Bay now. Get a great look at Citadel Peaks again. Oh, Tunoxis. The creek in the foreground and the mountain in the background looks like something right out of a postcard. Point source water right here. It's coming right off the Herbst snowfield. Permanent pack of snow. I'll point it out on the return trip home, weather permitting, of course. Essentially, though, you could just dip a glass in there and drink it. doing that all my life. In fact, I was just hiking the Boundary Trail my last set of days off, and I was near the base of the glacier, the snowfield, and I ran out of water. Just dipped my glass in and drank it. It tasted amazing. Of course, I can't recommend that you do the same. There's a slight chance you could ingest a natural parasite called Giardia. It occurs from the animals and their excrement. Could lead to beaver fever. That's about 6 to 8 weeks of extreme intestinal discomfort. So I'll leave that decision up to you. But this is some pretty fresh, clean water. Right off glaciers, snowfields, mountain springs, and alpine lakes. We're going to keep on cruising along now. I'd like to welcome everyone into the state of Montana, Big Sky Country, Glacier National Park, USA. Do we have any American citizens on board this morning? Got a few here on the upper deck. Excellent, welcome home. Any Canadians with us? A few Canadians, excellent, welcome. Any other nationalities this morning? Where are you folks from? Ireland? Excellent. Where are you folks from? England? Anybody else? Where are you folks from? Germany? Excellent.
Philippines.
Philippines. So we got a real international voyage this morning. I always like to ask, I was on a cruise a couple of years ago, we had 17 different nationalities on board one trip. I think that's a pretty special thing. People from all over the world can come here. The world's first international peace bar, cross borders without passports. And we've now become a model for countries around the world. A lot of new peace parks are being developed across our planet. And the countries developing them, they look to Waterton and Glacier as a symbol of how two countries can work together for goodwill and cooperation to manage one ecosystem they both share. We're going to cross over to the opposite shoreline now. We like to do a figure 8 circuit when we're out here. That way we give both sides the boat equal shoreline opportunities. I should have mentioned earlier, you're welcome to move about the vessel. You're not restricted to your seats. If you want to head up down to the bow deck, you're welcome to do that. Take some pictures up front. Do that Titanic pose. That's a popular one. Steep staircase at the back, staircase at the front, so make yourselves comfortable. Feel free to move about the vessel. How is everyone doing so far? Doing good? Excellent. The Black Bear would be the common sighting for us due to the elevation we're currently at. We're at 4,200 feet above sea level, 1,200 meters. This is the lower montane ecoregion. This is black bear habitat. Grizzlies typically are down higher up in the mountains, up into the subalpine and the alpine. But you never know. We saw 2 different grizzlies this year right from the shoreline. We saw a sound grizzly 2 cubs earlier in the spring. And I think about 2 weeks ago now I saw another grizzly on the far shoreline on the way back to town. You never quite know what else. Back, we're cruising down the lake on our sunset cruise, and we spotted a lynx out in the middle of the lake swimming across. Lynx, part of the cat family. They typically don't like the water, but this one swam right across. We've also seen mountain lion or cougar come to our boat. Last spring there was an elk carcass that washed up along the shore, and then we got to see 2 different wolves feasting on that hillside, so that was very exciting. For us, we don't see wolves out here that frequently. Just last week as well, we saw 4 bears. I haven't seen them for probably 10 years. They're indicator species. Displays that this is an incredibly intact and healthy ecosystem. And we saw 4 of these river otters playing on our cliff ledge. We'll travel by on our way home. So keep your eyes peeled. If you see something, let us know. Maneuver in a little bit closer, get everyone a good look at our overall opportunity for shifting designer. Yeah, great question. We got any problems with invasive species? Absolutely. As far as the water itself, the water is pretty intact. We've been very careful the last number of years. There's been a quarantine measure put in effect for all motorized boats for at least the last decade. Our company, in fact, is the one who manages that quarantine program called Motor Boats. So if you want to put your fishing boat in the lake, you got to get it inspected by us. We then attach a seal to it. It's got to sit for 90 days after the first inspection. Since in those 90 days, we don't have any invasive species, particularly river species, zebra mussels. Then we range system, original. And she's attached to a set of railroad tracks. We'll lower a cradle system on a set of railroad tracks right into the lake. The captain will power up on the cradle, and then we'll fire up that winch again. We'll pull the international cable help on a set of railroad tracks. From there, she'll be stored and dried off all winter long. That's where all the restoration work occurs as well. We've got U.S. shipwrights every spring and fall. While the maintenance goes on with the wooden boats, on planks that were replaced by years. When we stand the boat down, we have a ride. So at this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please return to their seats. We'll need everyone on the front of the ship's bow section to clear that area as we prepare for our landing procedure. We're at a 30-minute stop down here this morning. Up ahead to our left is where we'll pull in. This is called the Peace Park Pavilion. Bit of an interpretive center. Few exhibits in there about the Peace Park, but it's also under construction. They're doing some work on the deck. So if you want to access the washrooms, you got to walk around the whole building to the back side. The washrooms are on the far left side of the back side of the building, and at that location only. So check out the Peace Park Pavilion where the two flags are, and then from there you can follow the paved pathway all the way over to the Snowflake Observation Deck where the lone American flag is. And behind that is the Ranger Station. If you brought your passport along, you can get the famous National Park Coat Hawn stamp. Just stamp it yourself. There's a picnic table in there with the stamp. If you're going hiking today, I know we have a couple backpackers. You folks should have already cleared U.S. Customs via the CBP Rome app. And then you can head over there and go past the sign that says stop. You're entering into the U.S. and you can't go any further unless you've cleared U.S. Customs. So for you folks staying for the 30-minute stop, you'll walk all the way over there, but then you can't go past the sign that says stop. Ship's time currently is 10:49. By the time we're all tied up, we'll have a good 30 minutes down here this morning. Please take all your personal effects, your belongings, first come, first serve for seating. We will begin reboarding at 11:15. We'll sound the ship's horn. That is your signal to come on back and reboard. Also, please be mindful of everything you take ashore, all your food, your garbage. It's a very pristine area. We like to keep it that way. Go with the motto, take only pictures, leave only footprints. And that'll serve your time very well here in the National Park. I'm going to go help with the tie-up process. If you folks have any further questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I hope you enjoy your time down here at beautiful Goat Haunt, Montana. Thanks for your attention.
To disembark.
lucky the last couple of years. There's one collected for people so we're grateful for that. And yeah, they got the staff down here to get the facilities up and running. So far, so good. Yeah, so I saw Aaron.
Magwaso. Picture tayo dito.
But they're very cool. Yeah. Huh.
Dapat ito natin ginawa mo.
Ulitin ko?
Hindi na, tara na.
Ha?
Ano? Sige, tapos.
Saskatoon berry.
What is that?
Saskatoon berries.
Flower.
Yeah.
But it's got this great big long branch that just winds up.
Doch ein bisschen Beigeschmack.
stop dyan.